Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today we are ranking my cosmic brushes slash cosmic beauty. No one's really sure what they actually are called at this point. Palettes. I have all of the palettes that they've done, and it's probably one of my smallest brand collections, if you will. Not the smallest, but one of. So I thought this would be a fun one to start ranking eyeshadow palettes with. Now, this is your first ranking video of mine. It is my second one. So I have 3 categories for my rankings. I have dude. Anytime something big, awesome, horrible is coming out of my mouth, I preface it with dude. Or should you say something incredibly brilliant or stupid, I'm gonna go dude, or dude. So that means it's amazing, dude worthy. The middle category is so nice, not quite dude worthy, but still so flipping good that it's just it's almost there. And the third category is I'm not mad, which is it's almost good enough to be it's so good, but not quite for one reason or another. So yeah, that's the best I can do for rankings. Hopefully it's okay. So let's just tuck right into these 9 palettes. In the bottom category, I'm not mad. I have 3. Let's start with the Gothic palette. This is a fabulous purple palette. It's got everything you need for a purple eye look. It has dark mattes and light mattes and dark shimmers and light shimmers. This is gorgeous. There's 1 or 2, I think there's 2 multi-chromes in here. The first multi-chrome is called Chosen, and it's the maroon to green to gold, which is one of my least favorite shifting multi-chromes, but it's still really, really pretty, and depending on what you pair it with, it can look really cool. So this palette is, it's right up there. It could almost be so nice, but I'm not mad because it is a fantastic palette. Quality is top notch. It's cosmic brushes. I genuinely think their first palette and their last palette have the same formula, the same quality. You don't often find that, I think. So yes, I am not mad at the Gothic palette. I think it is lovely. Next up in the I'm not mad is the Cool Trolls palette. Yeah, I feel like I can wear cool toned eyeshadows and I like them, but I'm not sure they're my most favoritist tones to wear. And this palette, it's fantastic. The multi-chrome in this is so similar to the one in Gothic. This is more of a purpley burgundy green to gold, right up there with the one in Gothic. But this multi-chrome, that's the multi-chrome, right? Tempting. Very, very cool shade. And the texture of it is a bit different. It's almost not matte, but not like knock your socks off metallic and shimmery. So, I mean, it's just really, really good. I really like this palette so much. I will say, in both Gothic and this shade over here, the black with the shimmer, those, they piss me off. I would love a black shimmery eyeshadow, but these are not that. These are black eyeshadows that the little bits of shimmer blend away. There's no way to keep them. I mean, possibly if you wet it and applied it like that, it might keep the shimmer, but that's pretty much it. So yeah, I know I've never seen like a perfect black shimmer, because once you add the shimmer, it's more like a gray kind of color. I don't know. Maybe it's not even possible to get a black shimmer, but if it is, I would definitely appreciate having one. And the third palette in this category is the brand new Undergrowth palette. First of all, the name Undergrowth, I know what it is. I know what it means in nature, but I don't know if it's that I raised boys or what it is, but Undergrowth just sounds nasty. This palette is, again, it's fantastic. It's so fun. It's green and orange. The first look I did was with the oranges. I will, of course, link my Cosmic Brushes playlist in the description box. I had to use the orangey shades. They like jumped out at me and practically begged me to put them on my eyes first. So I did. And then I did a green look, very light, very wearable. Dallas had some pretty strong opinions on my first look and how I picked the wrong shades. So yeah, I'm actually wearing the dark greens out of here today, combined with another palette that you'll see in a minute. The shimmers in this are absolutely fabulous. The mattes are fabulous. The multi-chromes are very cool in this one. We have Fireflies, which does like a green, peach, pink, kind of, I don't know, like bluey green. It's a very, very cool multi-chrome. And the other one is it, oh, it's Undergrowth, I think. Is it? Yeah, it's Undergrowth. It's like gold and green or orange and green. Again, like fabulous. Love, love, love. But you're going to get a green or orange look with this palette. And not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I love green eyeshadow. I love orange eyeshadow. So see where I'm going with this? Like, not mad, but it maybe doesn't inspire me to do wild and crazy things. But it's really, really good. Next up is the so nice category. And for that one, we have their second palette is the Serenity palette. I open this and just think, wow. The options, I feel like, are overwhelmingly unlimited. They're just so many beautiful shades. Again, the formula is perfect in this palette. My shade River came broken, this one right here, and I did repress it. It's not been good or really even usable, but that has no bearing on where this falls in the rankings. I think maybe it's because there are so many options and my brain just gets choice paralysis. But this, I mean, it's so nice. Every shade in this is just knock your socks off good. It really is. Judging things is so hard, or ranking them rather. Then we have Delicious Delights is also in this category of so nice. My purple shade came broken. Same story. I was able to use it the first time just by like booping into the broken bits. I tried to fix it. It's unwearable now, but this palette is so nice. Multi-chrome here, again, kind of the same one. I don't necessarily love. The white one up in the corner is delicious, and it's got purple in it from the broken purple. So, you know, it is what it is. And then there's this frosting shade, which is similar-ish to the purple one in, which one was it? Cool Trolls, maybe? A little bit sparklier and, you know, kind of a light peach to a light purple. So pretty. Absolutely beautiful. Is Sugar Plum a multi-chrome as well? Yeah, I think so. I think Sugar Plum is, or duochrome, blue, purple maybe? Maybe it's just blue. No, I can see purple if I look at it this way. Yeah, it's definitely a duochrome. So, I mean, so nice. I mean, this almost could be dude worthy. Yeah, pick every shade. Just fantastic. Okay, and the last palette in the It's So Nice is Muse. This one is very like Serenity to me, but muted. Like just a bit, I don't want to say grungier, because grungy is not a tone necessarily, but yeah, I think if you smudged any one of these over your eyes, you would get a grungy look. They're just beautiful. Can you see the shifts? They're so good. And same story. Formula is Knock Your Socks Off. We have the ambient shade, which is like the brown, blue. I used to hate this like combination, and I don't know what happened. One day I just was like, oh, that's really pretty. Crazy. And then there's Antique, another duochrome. I mean, they're so good. This one is fantastic, but it's like Serenity, where I think you could just do so many things that my brain gets twist paralysis, like what to do. The shimmers, you could literally put one on and have a whole look, especially if it's one of the duochromes or multi-chromes, and it would be gorgeous. If you know me, you know I like a bit of a production when I'm putting on makeup. I don't want it to be a one and done. I don't want it to be easy. This shade, called Muse, of course, I think was probably one of the first shades I ever used that I loved, like genuinely loved. And it was from Ace Beauté. Oh my gosh, just got me right where it counts. I loved that from the second I used it. So that is all three of the palettes for the It's So Nice. Now for Dude. I think this one, I mean, obviously it process elimination, you can figure it out, but my like topmost Dude palette I think will be surprising. So we have Winter Wonderland. I am wearing this one along with the Undergrowth palette. This is spectacular, almost painfully beautiful. This shade right here, I think it's either Winter or Wonderland or Winter Solstice, and neither of the two I thought, is one of the most beautiful shades I've ever used. I love, love, love that shade so much. And then there's Atmosphere, which when I'm looking at it on my desk, it's purple, but it shifts to like that turquoisey green shade. Oh, that's one of those ones that's like so good. It's almost physically uncomfortable. Just love it. And then I'm gonna switch Winter Solstice while I'm here. I love this one. Look at it. It's like a, I don't know, it's not really a pale blue, it's not a sea foam green, it's somewhere in between. And then with that like pink orangey shift, oh my gosh, love, love. Maybe it's like turquoise, looking at it like down here on my hand, it looks turquoise. They're just so beautiful, absolutely amazingly, breathtakingly gorgeous. And the same with the mattes. I'm wearing Calm and Blanket are the mattes that I have on my inner half, and then Wonderland all over both of those to tone them down a little bit. This palette, it deserves a dude. It's just, yeah. And then there's their first one, Royal Rose. I don't know why I didn't hear about this one until Serenity. Just wait 1 second. Brace yourself, because if you have not seen this before, is that a good time waiting to happen or what? It's just so everything. It's everything. You've got not a lot of depth, but certainly plenty for many, many eye looks. I think I just shook the camera. This shade called Enchanted. Look at that. Not the most metallic or sparkly, but stunningly gorgeous. And then there's one of these like tricky ones that have a bunch of different like little splotches in it, and it's the Royal Rose shade. And just so pretty, so pretty. Love, love, love. It's amazing to me that there are brains out there that can think these things up. I don't have one of those. I mean, I have a brain and it works decently most of the time, but I could never, I mean, okay. Oh. Gorgeous. I'm not sure where I was. I swatched the shade Bloom. I mean, it's just gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. And then we have Tiffany, which is just a really pretty lavendery, like topper shade. One more, and then I'll stop. This one's called Boss Babe. Just a really cute pink, these two together. I mean, I just, it's weird that eyeshadow can make me feel this way, but it's like, I love them. I love them and I want to play with them so much. I have my next 5 looks video with one palette already chosen, but should I use one of these for my next one? Let me know in the comment section. Like, pick which one you would like to see 5 looks with. And it doesn't have to be out of the dude category. It can be out of whatever palette you want to see. And then last but not least, you've probably surmised, it is the Neutrals palette. I did not expect that. Not by a long shot did I think this would be a palette that I full on love with my whole heart, but it is. I could not believe how much I love this when I used it the first time. If I remember correctly, I ended up doing 3 looks, I think, and I was only going to do 1. So yeah. I mean, it's a neutral palette, but brace yourself in case you haven't seen this. There's the shade Radiant. It can be used as a highlighter. It can be used on your eyelids. And then we have the shade Desire. Orange and green and like bronze, just, oh my gosh, crazy beautiful. And then we have Luxe. And in pan, it looks like it's gonna be like a green to purple shift, but it's not. Look at that. I mean, these are just crazy good. Glitz, look at that. I mean, just a stunning, gorgeous, orangey gold metallic. Man, these shades get me right in my feels, obviously. This palette is just completely and totally dude worthy, in my opinion. I think the absolute worst thing about Cosmic brushes is their inability to get enough stock, to not have it sold out in the first. I mean, one of the palettes sold out in the first, I think it was like 3 minutes. It was just gone. And then, you know, it's months and months and months and months later. So I'm hoping they have figured it out now that people are going to buy the palettes. They are definitely a well-loved brand, but I do think that eventually people will stop if it continues to be difficult to get palettes. Hopefully they can get it figured out, because I mean, you shouldn't have anxiety trying to order an eyeshadow palette. Like Nomad's palette launches, when I'm filming this, tonight at midnight on 12:01. And I'm not fussed about it. I know that when I get up in the morning, I can order it and it's not going to be sold out. They order plenty, and that is reassuring. I'm really hoping that this brand can get it together, because it will turn me off. You know, nobody wants to see a bunch of videos with a gorgeous palette they can't get their hands on. You know what I mean? Especially if it's brand new. You should be able to get brand new stuff. So I think it's also worth mentioning the price point on these palettes. I mean, some of those palettes have multi-chromes that are, I mean, every bit as good as Adept, or, you know, I haven't tried all of the indie brands that make the really cool multi-chromes. I know Adept is known for them, and honestly, the ones in the Cosmic Brushes palette are just as good. Maybe better, maybe the same, but fantastic. So it does make you wonder why some brands are charging upwards of $80 and Cosmic Brushes is getting it done, and done beautifully, for like, what, almost half that? Yeah. That's just a little food for thought. Anyway, yeah, that's all I think about these palettes. Let me know what your favorites are, which ones you have or would you like to have. Yeah, it's just fun to talk about. And definitely, if you have an idea for what one palette and a multiple looks, I don't want to commit to 5. That was harder than I anticipated. But yeah, let me know, because I would really like to take a whack at that again, because I mean, I just love playing with eyeshadow, and it makes me happy. So, all right, that's it. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. be good, and remember to be kind to you.